Welcome back to eCurve, and as usual, we only bring you the finest. And today I mean it in all manners of the sense. The sense of the manners. What I mean it like that. Because I definitely aspire to look like this when I start hitting the gym. I will disrespect everyone. Everyone, be sure about that. Laura may change. Now, I'll change 10 times worse. But we have Gilda's mom
in the building. Esther Musila,
Mrs. Esther Musila in the building.
Mrs. Musila Omwaka.
My bad. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you for coming.
I'm honored on a short notice.
Yes.
But you guys,
as you can see, as you can see, she's straight from the gym. Listen, fitness is a journey. It's not a destination. And me, I don't know where else she's going, but she's filled our seat very nicely. I'm not saying myself. So,
but it's true. I can confirm. Lord, I can confirm.
I'm warning up at home, so I'll give you visuals mentally. I'm here to paint a picture. Okay? Wherever you are. You're missing out. You should be here, but you're not. Thank you so much for coming through.
I'm honored.
I need to know, before we proceed anywhere, how do I pronounce your husband's first name?
Odifaksad.
It's from where?
Odi, like, you spell it like Audi, but then you pronounce it Odi. Odifaksad. But I guess guys who went to school with him call him Faksad.
Because me that Audi.
Odifaksad. It's a nice name.
Peter
Odifaksad Peter Omwaka.
I will not try to repeat it, but I know now. I know better. Now when I hear people say it wrong, I'll be like, unasema, but I won't correct them.
You can call him Faxi.
Faxi. Perfect. I like that.
Oh, you ni wewe peke yako unamuita mapesi. No, be specific.
Naweza kupatia permission.
Laura to misuse. But welcome.
Faxi. Oh God, wherever you tuned in, we are taking care of your wifey. We are definitely taking care of wifey.
But it's been an amazing journey, especially your marriage and everything. But before even Faxi, there was you.
Yes.
Let's start from you. Career. Wewe ulikuwa mtu pale kwanza ni wa bank?
Hey, I started, I keep telling people.
Yes.
Yani, you Gen Zs, okay, you're not Gen Zs, but...
We are millennials.
You're millennials, okay. I started working at the age of 19.
Oh my God.
I remember. No, 18. 19. 18. 18 actually. Because when I finished college, my mom told me, you are looking for a job immediately. So she even organized a job for me, where I think I was earning 3,000. 3,000 was a lot of money.
At that time, time.
But the beauty of it is that I was living at home. So my dad used to drop us, my mom and I, to work. So my mom told me, the only thing you'll buy in this house is bread and milk per month.
Per month means like ya sustain the whole month. Mara moja tu kwa mwezi.
Mara tu kwa mwezi, ujue sasa maziwa na mkate is on me. So I was in Nakuru because I was born in Nakuru. So for 6 months, I was working for an agricultural farm. Then I thought, during our times, we had this thing called a telephone directory.
Okay. We remember it.
Yes, you remember it.
The pages, yeah.
So for me, what I did, I went to the directory and, the companies that are bolded.
Yes.
Those ones are big. So I went applying for jobs. So one time I was called and I was told, how did you find out about this job? I said, I just applied. So I applied, I was called for an interview to State House.
Wow.
The house was next to State House, and I'm
thinking,
thinking...
Are you serious?
So I asked my friend to go with me. We went, I was interviewed, and I was told, when do you start? I'm like, tomorrow.
I'm free.
I'm free.
Hatutaki notice.
Sitaki notice.
Umefanya hizi logistics. Ama bado.
So I did. I joined the company, and since I was in college in Nairobi, Nairobi wasn't that new to me because I went to Kianda, so it wasn't that new to me.
A group of schools,
So I stayed with a friend of mine who I was with in Kianda for about a month, looking for a place. Then life started, and then in that time, that is when I met Gilda's dad, Gilda's father. Then we started the family, had my 3 children, and then I got tired of that job. So in 6 months again, I moved.
Yeah.
I went to the bank. But a funny story, which I've only said it once. You know the banks those days when they employ you,
Yeah.
they ask you to do a pregnancy test.
Why?
I don't know.
I hope they don't do that now.
I'm not sure if they do that. But at that point, I was actually pregnant with my firstborn.
Oh.
My mother gave me her urine.
Do you know? Oh, you knew about it.
I knew about it, but now
Big up to mothers out there. Big up
I
to
needed
you.
to go to the interview. So I traveled with my mother's urine from Nakuru
Oh my
to Nairobi.
God.
Mom, you see what other mothers are doing for their children? Can you see? I'm watching you.
Yeah, so she gave me her urine, went, did the test. I was employed. I was there for about 6 years.
Yeah.
Then my first 2 were very young at the time. So I decided to leave work. My boss actually kept my resignation letter for 1 month because she was asking me at 26,
Yeah.
why are you resigning from the bank? And I'm like, I need to take care of my children.
Yeah.
So anyway, I left, stayed home for 4 years. And then I thought, I love to have my own money. This thing of kuomba-omba,
Yeah.
I was not working for me.
Was that your decision to now take that break? And
We
take care of the
decided
kids
to
together?
yeah, so that I concentrate on the kids. And because they were young, and me, I have a phobia of actually being driven. So I used to imagine my kids being driven to school by somebody else. It would eat me.
For real?
You know? So I stayed home for 4 years. And then when my youngest now went to school, I decided there was nothing else to do. Let me find a job.
Oh, wow.
So I applied. I saw a job opening at the UN, which was for 3 months. It was a maternity replacement. So I applied, and I knew I was going to be there for 3 months. So me, I worked my way.
You know how hard it is for people to get to apply for UN jobs and
Yeah.
get called.
Yes.
How lucky were you?
I think I've just been lucky.
And what are
in
the
life.
odds? It was a
Yeah.
maternity.
Exactly.
It was a maternity replacement. And then after the 3 months, the lady decided she wasn't coming back.
Oh.
So I got the job.
God's child.
And
God's
22,
child over
and
here.
this year, this month, I had a guardian angel.
Oh.
I think I've just been lucky when
Yes.
it comes to my life. I think I think God has blessed me.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So actually this month on the 7th I celebrate my 22 years of service with the UN.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you're still there currently?
Yes, I'm still there.
Great.
Yes, but I'm planning to retire soon in the next 5-6 years. What am I
Kaka,
working
na
for?
venye unakamia kaka hapo kidogo.
Nataka nikule pesa yangu kama bado niko na.
Uko na nguvu, you travel. But there's something that sticks out to me when I see your posts, especially on social media, and it's the bond that you have with Gilda, the mom-daughter bond. You maybe talk about it, because it's very rare.
First of all, before you get into that, did you set her up? Because you know people would just call her Hilda.
No,
Oh,
People
no,
just-
Gilda.
people just
Hilda.
don't understand her name is Gilda.
no.
So people just call her Hilda.
Yes, I know. And some people actually call her Gilda because that's how it's supposed to be pronounced.
It's supposed to be Gilda.
Gilda, yes.
Where did you get that name from?
I think when I knew I was expecting a daughter. Actually, did I know I was expecting a daughter? I think so. I went, you look into this nice name.
Yeah.
And since my children are all G's, I picked out that one.
Nice.
But her other name is Maua.
Oh, she's a flower. She's a very sweet flower, by the
She's
way.
Maua.
Gilda.
Maua, tunakuona.
She's actually Gilda Maua Mbeke Naibe. Maua is from her dad's side. Mbeke is from my mom's side. Yeah. So she's in Kamba. She's a flower seed flower. Mbeke.
And the
in
other
Kamba-
one, wengine hata hawasikiki juu Gilda sasa ndio ako prominent everywhere.
No, the
And
first
the
one
other-
is a grown man, so And then Glenn, who's the last born, is him kidogo kidogo. He was here over the weekend to visit because he works in Mombasa.
I love that.
Yeah.
You've not been, you've not shied away from the controversy and the conversation, but you've managed to take it head on. And have you ever had people just talking about you until they just keep quiet and they're like, but it's not phasing her. She's actually taking everything and responding and actually giving us, a little bit of insight into your life.
Yeah.
How did you manage to, because you hadn't been in the limelight before.
No.
So I'm sure all of this came like a bit of a shock because it propelled your kids into it as well, your personal relationships.
Yeah.
People popping up and like, I know her, we work together. We did this.
Yeah, actually, people in my office were actually shocked that because they knew me with another name, and then now they know me with this name, which I used on social media because my social media platforms were private.
Yeah.
So I only interacted with this group of people who knew me by Esther Musila, and then in the office they knew me as Esther Naibei. But now seeing this face, and this is the same person. So, and again, it was during COVID time. So because we were home for 3 years. So by the time I got back to the office now this year, everybody now had settled.
Wow.
But it was very hard in the beginning for me because I was not used to being exposed
Yes.
to negativity, first of all. I remember, I think when my story and my husband's story and I came out, we sat in the house and I wondered, who have I murdered? Because I was trending on Twitter, Ruto Esther, Ruto
That's the
Esther.
thing we've been talking about, cyberbullying.
And I kept asking, what have I done? Is this because of my age?
Yes.
And for the first time, I realized actually being old
Yeah.
is like you're suffering from a disease.
Yes.
How?
And me,
The way you look
me,
nice.
I've always embraced old age, especially when I look at my parents and I look
Yeah.
at older people.
Yeah.
I want to age gracefully.
Exactly.
But there's a generation of people who think being old is,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it.
I know you
Don't
guys
worry.
are on the edge of your seats waiting to
Yes.
hear what next. But we were getting into ECAV games, but make sure to catch the rest of the interview for during the ECAV exclusive. I'll read a comment while Zaytoon gets ready to place her. So the game is, we have 3 items here. No, they were not for snacks while we are doing the interviews. To place it just in front of where you think it's supposed to be placed. While I read a few comments that were directed at Esther. Go ahead and start placing them, Zaytoon.
Okay.
Esther, they said, good to see you. You're glowing.
Asante.
They didn't leave a name, but I know they're excited. Hey, Katie and Ika, like nataka kujua Esther Musila ako na miaka ngapi juu huwa naona bado ako mrembo. Alafu, how is life with Faxi? Okay, so bad you're
I told you she'll
me
misuse it.
proceed.
I told you. Yeah. So there are those questions that you need to answer.
I am 53. I turned 53 in May.
Hey,
And
don't look like it.
no, I keep fit. I keep saying you come first. So I take care of myself.
Okay.
So it's not that I was just born like this, but I think I also have good genes.
You have.
Yes.
This is Hilda. Stop it. Come on
I
now.
think I have good
have.
genes, but
Yeah.
I personally take care of my body, soul, and everything around me.
It's
And everything
all
that I
full
consume.
circle.
Inner peace.
Guys, we've come to the end of ECAV, but make sure to catch ECAV exclusive on YouTube. This will be after the show, and those questions that we did not manage to ask.
But the
what are the results for the
Yes.
game? Let me let you know who won, obviously.
Please do.
Me?
Well,
So the
someone is
first
going to be
line.
eating crow.
Let me tell you, this is Zaytoon's
Yes.
waru. Hapa ni potato. And
This
then
is
I
potato.
placed my tomato there, and then I placed my carrots there. Am
I
I
love
right?
how she said it with confidence. No, it is a tomato. This one is a carrot. Whose carrot is this?
Yours.
Go, Esther. And
It's
a
yours.
potato, Zaytoon wins. So apparently I got nothing. I feel like this game was rigged. People at home, please fight for
But
me.
yeah.
Waambie wafungue server. I can't take it.
Guys, as we wind up the show, I also want to big up someone very special, Juliet Wewa. Hey, my DM, my nanny, ameniambia she's tuned in. Thank you for tuning in, guys. And remember, we are doing an exclusive still with Esther Musila. You'll catch it on our YouTube and also catch the repeat tomorrow, Friday, 12 noon. KTN Home is a place to be. See you guys. My name is Zaitun Ali.